Hi everyone, it's John here from See You on the Start Line podcast. This is episode 22. I'm the event coordinator and race director for CJM'S events. Hey, today we are talking Run Mt Hutt, which is this weekend, Muddy Good Run, Krank It, Canterbury Duathlon series, and Run NZ Run. Well, this weekend is the inaugural Run Mt Hutt. That's right, it's Run Mt Hutt, where participants are going to start at the Awa Awa Rata Reserve at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. Then they're going to run up Scott Saddle Track, that's up through the reserve, right up to Scott Saddle on the Mt Hutt Skifield Road, and then run all the way up to the Mt Hutt car park, out to where the bungee jump stand is. They're not going to do the bungee jump, they're going to turn around at that point, then come back down the road, and then down through Scott Saddle Track again and finish at the Awa Awa Rata Reserve. The big question on our lips are, well, number one's probably what's the weather going to be like. There's meant to be a bit of a shower of rain. There may be a bit of cloud cover up at the top for it, but the big question is, how long is the first runner going to take? Will anyone break 2 hours? That's the big question. It's basically 1.5k of elevation, which is really straight up, and they get straight into it as soon as you go into the Awa Awa Rata Reserve there. When you go into Scott Saddle Track, as soon as you go across the wee wooden bridge, it's uphill from there. Able to run it all the way? Good question. Be strong runners that will do. It's very much might be a bit of tramping. After 3k, yeah, definitely from there, they will be able to run and continue to run. It's going to be pretty cool, pretty spectacular scenery for them, and we can't wait to see what's going to happen. There are basically 61 runners taking part altogether. There's 51 in the 25k and 10 in the 12k, which the 12k turn around about 500 metres past Rocky, and they'll carry on about 500 metres past there, turn and then come back. So there's this out and back. The 12k will start at 8:20, and we're probably expecting those runners too for that 12k. They might be in pretty much about, could be the same time as the winners of the 25k, depending on how quick those earlier runners are. They may be able to knock it out in 1.5 hours as well. So I wouldn't anticipate anyone doing that in under an hour, definitely not. But could be surprised. So it's a spectacular run, spectacular scenery. Those runners taking part will have a hell of a lot of memories to take away from this event. We've got SARS from Methven as our marshalling for us, so we've got plenty of people with skills, great skill sets, who can look after the people if we have any issues with ankles or someone comes too fast down the road, and we'll have our medical team and that there as well. So if you're wanting to see the runners come in from the finish, suggest to be at the Awa Awa Rata Reserve around about 10 o'clock. That would be probably the best time to see them coming through, and we're anticipating there will be runners will be coming through till, we've said the last runners could be 3 o'clock, but they may be a lot quicker than that. So we don't know on year one how fast the slowest runner is or how slow the fastest runner is. So it'll be great to see what happens there. So it's this Saturday. So when people are relaxing and might be listening to this and look out towards Mt Hutt, just think about those runners that are making their way up to the summit early on Saturday morning and then back down. After Run Mt Hutt, we move on with our events to Muddy Good Run. So there are 4 weeks until we do that, but Muddy Good Run is just a fantastic run. It's fantastic for families. It's great to see the wee ones, the 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and 6-year-olds in the mud. Sometimes it's the first time they've actually done this with the parents. Sometimes it's the first time for the parents as well to be in the mud. It is really, really cool. We have 7 to 9-year-old age group as well, and we even have families, so you can get out the whole family and crawl around in the mud, and I literally mean you crawl around in the mud. This is at Canterbury AMP Park on 6th of April. It is so cool. The wee ones, we say it's 400 metres, but it's probably no, so it's 600 metres, and it's probably about 700 or 800. The 1.5k, again, is probably a tad more than that. The 3k is 2 laps around the 1.5k loop, and then the final sprint into the finish. It does average out just on 3k, and then we have the 5k, which is probably a tad over 5k, and that's for the adults, and the starts around midday, and we have individuals and teams in that. So it's great to see the entries and that all rolling through from this. A lot of schools doing it together, a lot of gyms as well, and businesses. So if you are looking to do Muddy Good Run on the 6th of April at Canterbury AMP Park, go to muddygoodrun.co.nz and get your entries in. It is such a cool event. Then the week after that, it's another real special event, one that puts smiles on everyone's face as well, and that's Krank It. It is such a cool event. We have children's races at 7 and 8 year olds. They do 7Ks, and we have the mothers and sons and mothers and daughters race in this as well, where the mother goes first, they do first lap, and then tag the children, and they do the second lap and cross the finish line. It is such a cool one to see, and see the wee ones telling their parents to hurry up and go faster, or mum's really slow and all this sort of stuff. The kids have a ball, and there's a lot of honest truths come out on that while mum's out doing the first lap. It is really, really such a cool event. And when the 7 and 8 year olds are all finished, we move on to the 9 year olds plus, and that is for the children. We have the same thing. The children's have their races and their age groups, and we have the mothers and the sons and the mothers and the daughters category. They race together as well, and we have the individuals where they can race together. And the 7 and 8 year olds, they can do it as individuals as well. So in those older age groups, they do 11k. And we have the ladies' races for 16 plus, and they do 2 laps, which is 22k. So it gives the opportunity for ladies to get out there and have a race, not being intimidated by men, and the children to go out there and have a real blast and have a great time with their mothers as well. So if you're looking to see some real fun action and get involved in this, you go to crankit.co.nz. To register. Numbers are limited at 200 for this. That is, if there's 200 altogether taking part. So get your entries in for this. It's at Bottle Lake Forest Park on Sunday the 13th of April. It is a fantastic event. Medals for all finishers and across the lines. There are parents there, there's grandparents there. It is such a neat day. So if you want to get into that, say go to Krank It with a K, Krankit, .co.nz. Really, really cool. Then we opened today, we opened entries this afternoon for Canterbury Duathlon Series. Now this is our 20th Canterbury Duathlon Series. This is where CJM'S actually started back 19 years ago, but this being the 20th event come up. So it was pretty cool. It's basically was our baby. It started off actually many years ago as the Gym Company Duathlon Series down in Ashburton, then changed names to Ashburton Duathlon Series, and then moved into Canterbury Duathlon Series when we shifted the event up to running at Rolleston. Now it's at Brookside Park. It may be the last time it's actually held at Brookside Park due to traffic lights going in soon and a whole lot of development with subdivisions. So we may not be able to hold it any longer. So this 20th event that's going to be held may be the last one at Rolleston, and we'll be looking for a new venue to continue this race because it's such a cool one. So it's a 3-race series where it's a duathlon. It is run, bike, run. We have the long course and the short course. The long course is 5k run, a 14k bike, and a 2.5k run. And the short course is a 2.5k run or walk. The other bike is 28k, and this one is 14. And then the bike for the short course is 14k, and then it's 1.25k run or walk to the finish. The cool thing about this is that we have children taking part with adults, and most some of those adults are New Zealand representatives. It's like thinking about you've got a 7-year-old playing rugby with an All Black, because you've got the guys and girls who are international athletes taking part with small children, and it is such a gem to see, and the faces of the wee ones and the faces of the older ones as well, and being a part, and it's such a lot of camaraderie amongst the children as well with the older ones who are taking part. So that is going to be on the 25th of May, the 8th of June and the 22nd of June. So to enter that, go to canterburyduathlon.co.nz to enter. You enter for the series. It'd save you a few dollars if you do enter all 3 races. Other than you can enter them individually as well. You can do it in a team of 2 as well. There is mixed sections, all of that sort of stuff. You can do it as a family as well. So if mum wants to do it with a daughter or something like that, building into Krank It, or it's actually following Krank It, it's something you might be able to do there as well. So go to canterburyduathlon.co.nz to enter the Canterbury Duathlon series. I thought I'd touch on our Run NZ Run virtual running platform as well. We've got coming up with that on the 15th of March is St. Patrick's Day. So how this works is you register for St. Patrick's Day 5K, then come on the 15th, you can go out and do a run or a walk. You do your 15K, you do your 5K. You can do that all at one go, or you can do it individually. Like you can do it over a couple of days, 2.5K one day and 2.5K the next day. So you register, then do your distance, time yourself for what you do, record the total amount of time, load your results up. When you get results loaded, we publish those for you, and then we order the medals and send them out to you. So the medals for these are $24.95. That's basically your entry fee. But if you don't want a medal, you can enter it, and we do everything the same thing for you. You just don't get the medal sent out to you for completing your journey. They're awesome medals. They're not cheap or anything like that. They're a quality medal like you get at a half marathon or a marathon. All the ones that we do and take part in, they're just it's come from the same people, and we do these out at $24.95. It's a great encouragement. We've got all sorts of runs in that around the country. You can do a virtual run all the time. You can run the length of New Zealand. It's something we're doing with our wee cavoodle dog, Charlie. He's going to walk the length of New Zealand in 2025. And what he's doing is doing all the other, what we call our main runs in between. Currently he's doing Run Stewart Island. That is 164K. He's done about 90K, I think it is, of that so far. Previously, he's done Lake Rotorua, he's done Auckland City, and other various ones as well. I think it was Queen Charlotte Sounds, so it's Queen Charlotte Track. So there are a lot of runs, a lot of cool ones to do, and there's medals for all of those as well. So we had a photo up on runnzrun.co.nz Facebook today with our Waitangi Day medals that went out on the post today. And Charlie was wearing his very proudly, sitting up with it. But if you want to have a look at Run NZ Run, it's something we'd recommend. Go to runnzrun.co.nz to register for those. So that's basically what we've got for today to wind up. This one being our 22nd episode of See You on the Start Line. So we've had Run Mt Hutt, which is this Saturday. Then coming up, Muddy Good Run, Krank It, and opening the Canterbury Duathlon series, and touched on Run NZ Run. So what we do is encourage you to enter any of these events. If you need to see what the websites etc. are, just go to CJM'S and you can see all the entries there. If you wish to email, want to find out any information, just email me at john@cjmsevents.co.nz, or you can call me or text me on 027 226 7769. Until next time, we will see you on the start line. Okay, keep up the running and biking, guys. Thanks.